Hey everybody, welcome back to the studio. I wanted to spend some time today talking to you a little bit about balance. We spend a great deal of time building core strength, building glute strength, building leg strength, building upper body strength. The reality is that's fantastic. Balance is not synonymous with strength in the core, not necessarily. We need to, balance is improved when we spend more time balancing. And so what I try to do in my workouts for myself as well as with clients is really focus on exercises that challenge stabilization. Okay, so stability balls, yoga wheels, TRX systems, or if you don't have any of these things, stand on one foot. It's just as simple as that. Anytime we challenge our body to balance, you can feel all of the wiggling and jiggling as your body tries to figure out where your new center is. And the more time you spend in that stabilizing state, the more improved your balance will become. This started for me as something that I needed to do to advance my moves on a pole. It has also moved into my yoga practice as well. As strong as I am, holding balance poses is challenging. And so I've had to find ways to incorporate more balance work into my workouts. And I wanted to share a couple of things with you. If you have any of this equipment, I have no idea how this is going to go in terms of how successful or balanced I will be, but I'm going to do my best here. I'm coming in cold. So let's start with the yoga wheel. We all know them for their great assists in maintaining flexibility. You can incorporate them into your yoga practice. You can incorporate them into your workouts. So two things that I do on the yoga wheel for balance, and I'm going to show you both of them. I'm not going to go into any large amount of reps here. I'm just going to show you how to set it up, and you can go ahead and work on it away on your own at home. I will tell you that in most cases, I continue on with reps of 10 to 20, somewhere in that neighborhood as part of my daily workouts. So the yoga wheel typically comes with a rubber backing on it that will help it from sliding. I am very distrustful of the fear of landing on my face, and so I always put a mat underneath it as well. You can never have too much grip. So grabbing onto the outside edges of your yoga wheel, I bring myself up so that my shoulders are stacked over my wrists, and I step my back, my legs out to plank. Your entire body is engaged and stabilizing here. If this is where you start, then let this be where you start. So the next step up for me is to lift one leg. Stabilize there. Bring the knee across to the opposite elbow. Stabilize. Bring it back. Out to the same side elbow. Bring it back. Switch it up. Other side. Stay in plank. Stay engaged. Lift it up. Cross. Back. Whoops. And same. Back. All right? This is extremely difficult. Your entire core, your entire body is shaking to keep you in balance. So no matter how strong you are, you can challenge your balance. So the other one that I use the yoga wheel for, again, coming into plank, hands under shoulders, and I put both feet centered up on my wheel. I lift myself to plank. All right, once you are in your plank, again, you are stabilizing. Lift one leg and then the other. Stabilize. Good. Side to side. And you can see it doesn't always work out the way it's planned. Get back on. All right, so those are my two tips on yoga wheel. The next one is a stability ball. I use stability balls in, I'm going to say, at least 50 to 60% of my workouts. I use them often with clients. 2 reasons. You are constantly stabilizing your core. Second is, no matter what exercise you're doing, you are supported. Whatever muscle group on your body that you are working on the ball, the opposite muscle group is supported by the ball. So it's really great for beginners, and you will notice very quickly the balance improvements. And once the balance improves, the ability to execute the exercises and get the most out of them improves. So balance is an afterthought when we try to get into crow pose or hold a pose on the pole, but it really is the base of everything. So this one is one that when I had my studio, we used to spend a great deal of time on. And I'll be quite honest with you, I haven't attempted this in months. So I use weights for this because we are coming up onto our knees on the ball. Once we get up and situated, we can work into bicep curls or whatever upper body work we want to do. Today I'm going to be grateful if I can actually bring myself to the sitting on the ball. So bringing both legs up, get yourself situated as best you can. And slowly, and you can feel the stabilizers kicking in. Engage the core, squeeze into the ball, and bring yourself up. All right, so once you're up, just stay here. If it's available, come on and do some bicep curls. All right, your body is working constantly here. All right, and I usually just had everybody keep going until they fell off. It's a great workout. So, last but not least, for my yogis, TRX is probably one of the best investments I've made. It is an amazing, incredible system, and I've seen they are now doing entire yoga classes on TRX, which is something that I'm looking to incorporate into my programming here at home. And it looks phenomenal. And I know from being on these systems how difficult it is. So coming into, for those of you who are practicing arm balances or crow, or if you're just looking to improve your balance and increase your core strength, stretch your hips, tighten your glute, any of those things, this is a valid way to do it. So I have my TRX hanging probably close to 20 inches off the floor. You can adjust accordingly based on your height and the length of your arms, okay? And this is actually a little high for me, but it's what I've got. So what I do is I bring both feet, and this is often half the challenge, into the bottom stirrups. Oh, look at that. Got him. And then I back myself up under my anchor point. All right? And so my hands are set up, try and angle myself so you can see what's going on, as plank, pushing up into my shoulders. My feet are suspended in the TRX system. So from here, I would go into crunches. I would come into oblique crunches, tipping. Then I would come into my bent elbow balance, bringing myself to crow. And set it up and slowly begin to lift your feet out of the stirrups. I'm stuck. As you work away on these exercises, because the flow of movement takes you to your ultimate goal pose of crow or flying lizard or any of those, you're creating muscle memory. So as you work out and create that muscle memory, the muscles are working, your body is figuring out how to balance in the pose, you're building the strength, but you're also creating the stabilizing, the balance that's going to hold that pose in your strength. So anyways, this was my fun little circus review here this morning. Hopefully in there's something of value for you if you have any of this equipment. If you don't, like I said, take yourself to standing on one foot. Practice those balances, but don't just stay there. Challenge it. So once you've got yourself on one foot and you're thinking, oh, this is great, I'm balanced, challenge it. Turn yourself, tip yourself, move in that balance. Create imbalance so that your body has to restabilize. Once you're comfortable in holding a position, that's the balance level that you've got to. Then you need to challenge it, okay? So don't just sit on the ball and think, oh, I'm here. Start doing the arms. Once you can do biceps, do triceps. Every step up in what you're doing is going to improve your overall balance. So, hope you had fun. If anybody has any other workout ideas that they use to improve balance, by all means share them. And I'll see you next time.